welcome to the Hotkeys podcast. This is the show where we talk about everything pop culture and random in the world. My name is Mick, and with me is Colby.
And Landon.
Thief Landon.
And David Parker.
What's up, everybody?
I'm just hanging out. It's a beautiful Monday night. The wind
It's a
is
stormy
blowing.
Monday.
It's a very stormy.
We could probably lose power.
It's a stormy November 15th.
November the 15th, 2027.
2027?
Yep.
Oh no.
Man, time flies when, life goes
Slow.
poorly.
Time flies when life flies, Dave.
Yep.
It's a good saying. So what's up?
Nothing.
Why are you angry, Colby?
Landon stole my candy bar.
What are you,
Oh my god.
11? What is wrong with you? Just take it back.
You were being a brat. So I took the candy bar away that I gave you. I'll give it back to you later.
It's not yours anymore. You gave it to me.
Just get up, walk over there, and pick it up.
It's like behind Landon's
If
body.
you want it so bad, go
I'll
get
throw
it.
it. I'll hurl it if you try to take it from me.
What is Carmelo?
Whatever, dude.
Like, if someone were to ask me what's in a Carmelo, tell me or
chocolate
or
caramel.
I'll shoot you, I would be dead.
It's made by the Cadbury
It's like
people.
literally in the name.
Yeah, sound it out.
Caramels and O's.
Yes.
Carmelos,
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Colby will get it
Carmelo.
back. Mick has one because Mick behaved.
Oh my gosh. You're a thief. Whatever. What's new, everybody? Let's try and move past
So you got locked out of locked in your van?
this. Yeah. So I was on call last night.
Landon threw a candy bar in there. You're like,
I like went locked in.
we got him, boys.
So last night I was on call, and so about 5:30, I get called to go to Sandpoint, Idaho.
Where's that?
I'm
I'm sorry.
about an hour 45-minute drive north of Spokane. So what?
Where's that?
You're really making me mad. Just being here is bothering me. Can you leave your own house so we can record?
I might have to.
Yeah, Landon, there's actually been enough complaints, so we actually will be asking you to leave very shortly, and then the three of us will continue.
Oh, okay.
Leave the candy bar on the way out. So I'm driving up there, and I stop at local coffee stand Dutch Bros on the way up.
It's not that local. There's a Dutch Bros
Local.
here in Vegas.
It is pretty local to the West Coast. So
half of the country.
I feel like if there's one in Vegas, then it's not local.
I think it originated in Oregon and kind of the Northwest, but I don't think it's
I stopped at local coffee stand.
Local
Mom and
Bros.
pop coffee shop. Dutch Bros.
and
big little gulp.
and I began my drive. So I don't know. I got probably 15 minutes from Sandpoint, and I realized I have to
You
pee.
forgot your van.
I
Wait a minute.
was like, I have to pee now. It's 15 minutes away. Doesn't matter.
Wait,
Can't make it.
it just hit you?
No. I was holding it for a long time.
Did you not pee before you left?
I did.
Okay.
It was a 24-ounce of coffee.
So
So
drink the whole thing.
I did. Yeah, very fast.
Why?
Because it was good. It was a good cup of joe.
But you should make it last for the whole trip.
The whole trip? No.
Most to it.
No. So
Does
anyway,
coffee not have a different effect on you besides having to go pee pee?
no.
So it doesn't
Like empty
do
you
the
out.
other.
No.
Man, you're
Really? At
Yeah,
all?
I take 3 sips of coffee. I'm
No.
like, I need to.
Yeah, coffee is like the great diuretic. It just,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it just makes me have to pee. So I get 15 minutes, and I was like, I have to pee. I'm going to pee my pants if I try and hold it. So I pull over to the side of the road, just this old highway. There's no street lights or anything. I pull off and take the keys out of the ignition, and I bring them with me. I take 2 empty cups. I take them into the back of the van, close the door because I don't want anybody to see me pee.
This is where you and I differ.
Okay. So you want the audience? You thrive under pressure? Or what?
I think more of why didn't you just pee on the side of the road?
People would have seen me on the highway.
Who?
The people driving by.
Just hide behind your van.
No, but the angle that it was at, where the pull off was.
You can use your passenger door. It's like a shield.
Yeah, but also
Just pee into your
And
pants.
the people
No,
coming the other way aren't going to see anything. I also get in the van, the back of the van. But
I don't Yeah, that's the right call, is to get into the van.
I just unroll the.
Have you guys not peed like on the side of the road before?
No, I
Of
have.
course I
I just
have.
prefer like I don't know. I don't want someone to like call and complain.
Yeah, it's because like we're in a company vehicle. Like,
It's never stopped me.
okay, Mick. Sorry, I'm not you.
Because I actually did hear a story from a coworker, like not our company, but someone got fired for like peeing on the side of the highway. Like someone called and complained they got a can.
Yeah,
That's a bad reason to get fired.
It is.
No, it is,
It
it
is
is.
stupid. Yeah.
but
That's dumb. You know what? Do it. Do it. Prove a point.
no, I'm in the back of the van, and so I fill up these 2 empty cups, and I was like, I
With
have
what?
pee,
Oh,
and so I
This is the insane part that you filled up 2 cups and you still like.
yeah, so I had to like cut it short because like I still had to pee, and so but I needed to open these doors to like dump the cups out and go again. So I go to open this.
wait.
Side
what's
door on the
What's
van.
the process there?
I was on my knees.
Wait, you get on your
but,
knees?
Like,
Wait, you were on your knees pissing into a cup?
Yeah, how do you do it?
I just stand
I do a handstand.
Hunched over?
a little bit. I'm not gonna get on my knees and piss, dude. That is like humiliating. That is like,
Not really.
yeah, dude. That
a
is.
cop opens the door, like, "Hey, sir, do you need help?" Oh God, what is going on in there? Wait,
I
but
am-
what's the? So you filled up 2.
Mhm.
You still have to
One
go.
24 ounce, one 16 ounce.
I can't
Okay,
believe you.
You still had
40
you still
ounces of piss.
You still
Like,
had to go though.
Yeah, I had to stop.
What do you?
to dump
Okay,
out
that. What do
cups
you mean
and then-
stop?
I had to like the cups were full. I couldn't pee in them anymore without flooding the
Yeah,
back of
but
my
what's
van.
the stopping?
Colby has
Process.
a really strong prostate, so he just
What?
and
I
then
just
just
clench.
stops peeing.
What?
My urethra.
he took a zip
Like
tie.
when you're- yeah, you do. the
No,
zip
no,
tie
no,
thing,
no.
or-
You just do it. What do you mean? You can't do that? You can't just stop peeing in the middle of a
I
stream?
mean, I can, but
But
it's
like for only a few for only like a few
yeah.
seconds.
It's like
So I just stopped.
that doesn't hurt, or like
Well, it wasn't comfortable, but like I had no choice. It was that or like
Maybe
pee
started
all over
scooting around
myself.
on his knees.
So I go and I try and open the sliding door and I can't. It's like locked. But I have the keys with me in the key fob. And like I know the door's unlocked, but there's for some reason in the back of our like vans on the side sliding door, there's like a switch on the inside. Not the inside of the van, but like on the door
Yeah, I know.
where you can just lock it and it can't be opened from the inside. Just in case you need to lock somebody in the back of your van.
Yeah,
I mean, it is a pedo van, so it would make sense.
Yeah.
To have that system built in.
So
Uh,
that was locked. Right.
This
So
podcast brought to you by GMC.
no.
so I can't get out that door. And I was like, no worries. I'll go up the back 2 doors, like the barn doors in the back. And we have puck locks.
Yeah.
That we put on, and I had my puck locks on. And so I'm in the back of this van. I don't have my work phone on me. It's sitting up front in the cab. And I'm like trapped in here with just 40 ounces of piss. Like, and I
More-
still have to
and
pee.
more
I
on the
still have to
inside.
pee. And so like luckily there's a door in between like the cargo and the cab section of our vans. And I don't know about you, Landon, but I was never given a key for that.
yeah, because you can lock that door too.
You can lock that door. Thank God it was unlocked because I almost spent
You would have spent the rest of the night in that van.
I would have spent like hours trying to like
With 2 piss cups, and you still
and I still had to pee. I
My-
would have
My first thought about this is like, what if Colby like suddenly has to sneeze?
oh,
oh
then I think you just gotta. I feel like at that point, I feel like you just gotta like.
well, so that's the thing, right? I couldn't make like a ton of sudden movements without spilling pee all over the back of my van, and
you
I'm
gotta
on
set
my
the cups
knees.
down. You gotta set the cups.
They
oh,
they
you-
were set down.
wait.
Wait, you peed into them without holding
Wait,
the
so
cups?
you're on your knees
No, I
with
I
the
held
cup
them
on the ground. Oh.
I put them down later.
I can't. I still can't believe that you got on your knees.
I don't understand how that's humiliating. Like
That is-
it's easier.
That
to
is
crouch in.
humiliating. I know, but like it's just the mental picture. Like, you're like
The mental like it's just me back there.
I know that's like even sadder. Like it's just like you're back there on your knees peeing in the back of your van.
I mean, it
You
wasn't
can
like
pee however you want when you're by yourself. You don't
Yeah.
have to be on your knees.
Yeah, you could have like.
well, it's like it's more comfortable than to like.
But I feel like you can't
the
maneuver.
vans
as
are
well.
not tall, right? So it's
I
like,
don't have to.
you just kind of like have to like hunch over.
Yeah, I guess I'm not like you, and I don't take like 5 minute. You know, I don't have to pee for 5 minutes straight. Like you. So it's like, you know,
Don't your knees get sore?
Yeah.
How did this? So what? How, so,
Colby's used.
so how did the story end? Like,
So I had to like I was like ripping, like I had to like just start grabbing stuff and that I keep blockading this door and just throwing it like in the back of my van. Like I was so scared.
Now this is a real time crunch.
Basically, because
Yeah,
I still have to pee.
Yeah, like this is like a race against time.
Yeah, and then I had to like crawl through the cab and then walk like.
Are your pants? Did you pull your pants up and everything, or like?
Yeah.
Are you like crawling? Like you're like getting caught on something? Like you just fall out of the van, like you're just naked.
Watch out for the cigarette lighter. Oh.
Oh. So I had to like crawl through the cab and then get out the driver's side door, walk around, open the side door again, make sure it was unlocked, and then get back in.
And finish
And then
peeing.
finish peeing.
How much more did you pee after you dumped the 2 cups out?
Another 16-ounce cup.
Wait a sec. So you peed
need,
56
like-
ounces. 56 ounces of pee left your body at one time.
That's not
Yes.
normal.
That's
no.
insane.
Technically 2 times because I
No, but like it had to go at once. Like that. That's not healthy.
I think your body is stashing your urine inside your stomach.
I think it's in my kidneys. Actually, I think it's flooding.
You need to go.
You should actually really go to the doctor because
I've been to the doctor.
have you asked them about like
I've asked them about my kidneys. They say they're fine.
because like I've done the stop on the side of the road and I don't think I've ever filled up more than like a 20 ounce.
Yeah, but I'm built different.
Yeah, clearly. Clearly you're different. Colby's at the doctor. He's like, so when I get on my knees in the back of my van and start peeing, like,
You're getting real caught up on.
It's weird.
it's really weird.
Just stand.
You can't stand.
But you can though.
No, you
Like,
can't.
literally-
You can.
I'm a pretty short guy, but you're not that much taller than me, so like I don't feel
Dude,
like
you're like 4'11".
I've been outed.
Why are you so short, Landon?
Oh no. I'll make it to 5 feet one day
Get the money.
after I have that surgery. Get my legs broken and extended.
No, like in all seriousness, like the back of the vans are only like 4 feet tall.
They're taller than 4 feet.
Yeah.
I don't know if they are.
Yeah, they're.
No way.
Yeah.
I don't actually think.
Should we go measure it?
Let's go measure the back of the van.
Pause this podcast. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and yeah,
No, we
it's,
didn't- we didn't-
more than
It's actually
more than
8
4
feet tall. They're like the Sprinter vans.
Dude, I was so scared though. I was so scared. I thought
At what point did you think like I just gotta pee? Because like there's like the step into the van that's like all plastic. Like did you ever think about just peeing down there and letting it like run out of the van?
no, I probably would have just peed in one of the buckets I have back there. Like
Can
a
I just
oil bucket or
read something that I just found online?
Is it about how much
Yes.
pee somebody should be able to hold?
So this is like no research. I do not know how accurate any of this is, but so
this
we're
WebMD?
saying Colby peed 56 ounces
Which is
in
insane.
the back of the van. So this is according to continents.org.nz. So it's, I guess, some New Zealand continents website. But it has .org at the end, so you know everything they're saying is true. But it says, what is a normal bladder habit? The volume of urine passed each time by a normal adult will vary from about 250 to 400 milliliters,
Which is equivalent to?
which, 450 milliliters is less than half a liter. Just because, math.
Yeah.
1,000 liters. 56 fluid ounces is 1.65 liters.
It should be half. It should be half a liter. So he's like peeing like 3 times like the healthy amount.
Well, not every time though. No, it's not every time I go to the.
I've never peed that much. I don't think. Maybe once in my entire life I've peed that much.
I just hold it longer.
I'll say this: every time I've seen you pee, and I've seen you pee a lot for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason that is true.
you go way too long.
56 ounces of water weighs 3.5 pounds.
Oh my god!
Dude, no wonder I was like freaking out about being fat. Like,
You lose 3. That's insane, dude. Like
a 3-pound pee.
3.5.
that's
I am built different.
no, that's not cool though. And then you said and you wait and you said you peed before you left.
Yeah, before I left.
So where'd all the fluid come from? Like you peed before you left, and then you drank 24 ounces.
That's not
of
including
coffee.
like all the water I've been drinking.
Were you drinking water on the drive too?
Yeah, and before I was drinking water with dinner, and that's
But how much? How much, Colby? Because like for 56 ounces to leave your body, like I don't understand. Like what's wrong with you? Like there's something.
there's nothing
there's
wrong.
something severe.
No. There's nothing wrong.
There's one thing that's wrong.
You pee on your knees.
Yeah, you pee on your knee. You freak.
We start calling you knee pee, Colby.
You should call me. You should call me the 3-pound pee.
No.
Triple P.
Yeah, maybe next time just pee on the side of the road.
Yeah, I feel like Colby gets on his knees on the side of the road.
So you guys have never peed longer than
Colby's like trained to like every time he gets on his knees, he's supposed to like.
He's like, man, I really gotta pee.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you just like conditioned now?
Yeah, kind of. It's like but when I'm back at my apartment, like the toilet's like too high when I'm on my knees. Like I just like kneel.
You have a little.
Colby gets at the
you put a
day.
step stool in front of
I
him.
kneel
and
on the
then
sink.
step
I kneel
stool
on the sink or on the counter and just pee in the sink.
Oh, gross.
I keep the water running.
The answer, though, to your question, Colby, is no. I don't think any of us pee that much at
Ever.
all. That seems like so much pee.
Oh, it was a lot. Yeah, no, it was a lot. I couldn't believe it.
It's disgusting.
I don't know if it's disgusting.
How long? Like, so if you would have,
odd.
if
It's
you
different.
were to estimate, like, if you went the entire time without having to stop, like, how long do you think it took for you to pee that much?
Say that again.
Maybe like 2 or 3 minutes.
Like, would it have been like a 2-minute stream, like continuous?
Easy, yeah.
Oh,
Colby says easy.
also-
Like, oh yeah, that's
my
normal.
God, dude. Like, that's insane. I feel like I drink a decent amount of water every day too.
You're probably dehydrated. Not me though.
You're literally drowning.
Oh man. Okay. Well, that was a
Keep Colby in your thoughts and prayers.
yeah, that was a crazy.
Yeah, when you get on your knees
Story.
by your bed at the end of the night to pray, like
I told that story because like I thought it was funny
Make
that
a
like I almost
call.
got trapped in the back of my van on the side of a highway with like no way out.
yeah.
But that's
The main
second.
takeaway, though,
Like
is that you-
everything.
That's
The other thing is so crazy that like that is secondary to the rest of this story.
yeah.
Like
I don't know. Like
Like if you round up,
Colby's
that's
van flooding with peas.
4
Oh,
pounds. If you round up, that's 4 pounds of pee.
Did you feel lighter? Like when you like?
I felt better. I also peed when I got back to Walmart, like in like 15 minutes. Like
What?
'cause-
Where? What are you?
What?
Are your? Is
I
your
peed, like,
insides just
three
like melting
times
and
at
turning into
Walmart.
water?
Wait, you peed 3 times at Walmart?
at Walmart,
It is like you are just peeing urine, right? Like it's not like blood comes out too. It is urine.
It's clumpy, but
Okay.
no, it's just pee. Like
Mick, how's your Switch?
Hey, it's
Oh man.
there's a certain
Oh.
high you get from peeing that much. I think.
No, I think I'd be scared.
Oh no.
I think I'd be like,
stop, please.
because I did have that one time like years ago. I woke up in the middle of the night and had to pee, and it was like a 3-minute long ordeal. And I was like starting to get scared by the end. I'm like, why won't it stop?
Well, it's like in the desert on our way back from Anaheim. Like,
Yeah, you peed for like 2 minutes straight.
yeah, easy. It's not
Stop
even a
saying
record.
easy. Like that's. Why is this normal for you?
You're taking in pride in something that you should be like concerned about for your health.
No.
Next week when Colby's dead, like, oh yeah, he died from this like infection.
From his
don't have a
knees,
bladder
like
infection.
ironically, like he cut up his knees, and so the infection
Yeah,
got
he
in
got
through there.
infected.
My
Had nothing to do with
kidneys.
peeing.
You have to pee right now.
No, I went before the show. Although I did pee twice since I got here already.
What?
Do you have diabetes? Like what?
Probably, actually, I probably have. Is it type 2 you get from eating?
Remember earlier on the
Do
show
you
when Colby's
eat like
"Give
pretty
me my
much
candy
nothing
bar
but
back."
candy, Colby, and
I got home from work
milkshakes?
today. No,
and
no. I got home from work today. Had 2 peanut butter cookies, and and some top ramen, and then I came over here. And
He's had a candy bar,
2.
but you've had 2 whole ones already.
Yeah, I had a Crunch bar.
But you already had the entire Crunch bar.
Yeah, the entire thing.
That was a king size bar, and you already had a. Well, you totally have diabetes.
I don't want to know if I do though.
Wouldn't you want to
What?
know? Like
I don't think.
Ignorance is bliss, man.
he's just gonna wake up one day and his like foot's falling off in the middle of the night.
I'll be like, how am I supposed to go pee?
You don't need your foot.
Yeah, you can get on your.
Once your knee falls off, then you're in trouble.
Then it just fills up, just bursts. Like,
How much pee do you think would take like for a bladder to burst?
For
Probably.
you?
you're probably close every day.
Yeah.
Like every day. Like, you're probably
It's
right.
test-
on the
yeah,
edge.
you're testing the limit.
I thought I was going to. I thought I was going to pop on my way. It was 15 minutes. I couldn't do it. But anyway,
Let's talk about something else besides pee.
Yeah.
your loss.
No. I don't know.
Hey, you moved out. You moved out.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
Yeah, I finally moved out.
How was it?
I was like, you know what? I'm 27. I probably, now's probably a good time
I mean, you
to
could
move
have
out.
pushed it to 30. I mean, like even number.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what? I'm moving back into my
Come back.
Let's cross that 30 line.
How was your first few nights?
Pretty good.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's amazing,
it's
right?
pretty nice,
Like it's
yeah.
yeah.
Although the first night, it definitely felt like I was sleeping in a hotel. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't really feel like my place yet,
Yeah.
even though all my stuff is in there.
I bet you by like 3 weeks, you're totally like
I think so.
completely.
Is there like a weird kind of, I don't know. I found it really weird to just come home to like nobody, nothing.
It's kind of sad.
It can be.
It gets sadder.
Colby, come over. Colby's my neighbor. By the way.
Mick moved 20 seconds from me. Like, same apartment.
I can't let you go. I can't let you out of my sight.
I want it like well known that I keep my door locked at all times.
I made a copy of your key.
No.
But yeah, I moved out on my own. So
That's dope.
yeah, you guys helped me move, which
Yeah.
I appreciate very
I
much.
did, yeah.
It was an easy move.
Yeah, I felt like I had a lot, but I guess I really didn't have that much.
Yeah.
The sketchiest part was just the Legos.
They all made it. Did you find that one piece?
Yeah, I
Okay,
found it.
cool.
Yeah. A piece of the
what piece?
The X-wing, the little foot pad fell off, but I found it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was did a lot of shopping though. Had to get a bunch of necessities.
There's a lot
I
of stuff you
didn't
don't
think I would need. Like, oh yeah, I guess I do need that.
Yeah. Internet all set up?
Yeah, so I had a Comcast guy come over because I guess there was something wrong with my plugs,
Oh,
and so he replaced all of those and
nice.
it started working.
Cool.
Yeah, so now I can play games with you.
It's
guys.
probably
Yeah, I
scam.
feel like
There's
once the
probably
internet-
nothing that needed to get fixed. It's just Xfinity trying to screw over another person. Another honest
I mean,
customer.
it was free of charge, so
You're planning bugs.
Was
in
it
here.
though?
probably yeah. Yeah, was it? It probably isn't.
Yeah. I feel like once the internet's set up, then it feels a little bit more like you're.
I mean, I agree with you. It's sad that it is that way now,
Yeah.
but it's true.
Yeah, it's your lifeline. to
It
the-
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it really
It's
is.
the first thing I always have set up before we even get to a new place. I make sure because then I can just plug in my router and then activate it.
Everything.
And then
seems-
bada boom bang.
Well, Dave told me the other day, he was like, "Got your internet set up yet?" And I was like, "No, I'm still working on it." He's like, "Well, it was fun playing games with you while you had it." So I took that to heart, and I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna get internet as soon as possible."
Just to appease my brother Dave.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that's
Before
the
he
kind of
stopped
thing
talking
you
to me
have to
again.
push Mick to do because
You think you would have gone like weeks without setting it up?
he's like, I got a phone and a hotspot. I'll just.
I don't have a hotspot. My phone doesn't do that.
Well, he's like, well,
Maybe
I
it
got
does.
internet on
I
my
don't know.
phone.
No, it totally does.
I don't know how hotspots
It
work.
totally does.
See, that's what I'm saying.
never
Like,
used-
like when Mick said he didn't have it set up, and like he laughed when he answered because he knew like the connotation of the question and everything, and so that's why I was like, yeah, well,
That is pretty funny.
maybe someday.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you got internet set up so that we can play and stuff. Because you need to change some setting on your Switch because I can't see like when you're online. It doesn't show when you're
Well,
online.
that's probably intentional.
It's probably
yeah.
not intentional.
But
like-
like some like sleep mode or something.
No, it's probably just like some like social setting on there because like I can
Appear
see when Bree
online.
gets on or when Will gets on or even like Brandon or something like that. But Mick is the only one that I can't see. So I'm like, I never
Let's
know.
fix
if
it right now. All right, run me through it, Dave.
No.
No, we'll
Step
do,
one.
We'll do it later. How is your Switch though? Apparently you've been using it a lot from what you've told us.
No, not a whole lot.
So were you lying? Like
When did I say I've been using it a lot?
whenever I talked to you last about the Switch,
You've
was
talked to
that?
Mick about the Switch?
yeah.
Does Mick even have a Switch?
Does he even
I don't
have
have a
one?
I don't have internet. No, the past feels like 3 weeks probably. I haven't really played any games. I've been in like moving mind mode.
Yeah, that actually I can relate.
Yeah.
But now that I'm like getting settled, I have internet. I can start wasting my time playing games again.
Wasting?
Or
Yes.
it's-
You mean investing?
Let's not dance around it. It's wasting time.
Yeah.
Speaking of games.
That it's not fun, but it
well,
is what
okay. Well, I guess you haven't. But have you played with us yet? Have you played First Class Trouble?
Yeah, I played.
He played
okay.
like the first nights.
Okay, we actually have
fun.
not talked about that yet on the show.
Oh, let's do it. Let's talk about First Class Trouble, the free PlayStation Plus game.
Free.
It's free.
Sorry, Will's not here, so
It's
someone has to
PlayStation
be
Plus
someone has to be
subscription.
appalled. So First Class Trouble, it's like the lopsided multiplayer where you have 4 people that are essentially good, 2 people that are spies
Two
or kind
bad
of
boys.
bad baddies. They're called personoids. In the game.
They're robot people.
But the game is like highly stylized. It takes place in some like future where you're in a spaceship, but the aesthetic is like 1960s.
Yeah, is
kind
it
of
future or past?
It's
It kind of reminds me
future.
of BioShock.
yeah, I get kind
Has
of
that same type of like Art Deco.
yeah.
of
It's like it's a very
architecture.
like fancy 1960s aesthetic.
There's something about that aesthetic, like that 60s aesthetic mixed with sci-fi that just is so like it's like
It's so
chocolate
appealing.
and peanut butter. They just
Yeah.
mix so well
You
together.
need to play BioShock then, like play it to completion.
I do, yeah. I need to.
Because BioShock is really good.
It's a little
It's scary, though.
It's a little scary.
It's a little scary, but it's okay. Like it's worth it. And it's I would say it's probably like the epitome of what you just described, like the Art Deco kind of. Well, Art Deco is more like the 1920s, isn't it? But
I mean, it's a more. It's basically
anyway.
a type of architecture. No,
yeah.
let's get into this.
I mean, I can like Google Art Deco if you want right now. But
No, thank you.
What
No,
I'm,
thank you.
I guess
Is this step 2 with the Switch thing?
Yeah, Mick, we were talking about Art Deco a ton last week. Don't you remember? But
Anyway, the game.
yeah, so the game, lopsided multiplayer. There's 4 good people, 2 bad people. The bad people are basically trying to either kill the good people or like basically kind of integrate
Basically, if
with
you
them to
escape.
trick them
Yeah.
to get to the end of the game. Because the good people are supposed to figure out who the bad ones are and eliminate them either by killing them or by voting them out during certain.
That's the same as killing you. You killed them.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah,
but I'm
walk.
saying the other option is like you literally choke them to death in
Or shove them into fire.
or shove them into the fire
throw-
or a Venus
Throw 6
flytrap.
beer bottles at them at like 200 feet per second.
Yeah.
But the gameplay itself, it's
600 rounds a minute.
I mean it's if you've played board games like The Resistance or Secret Hitler or
Is it like Mafia too?
It's like Mafia.
kind of,
yeah,
yeah.
kind of like Mafia. It's like that where you're trying to like deduce who these people
werewolf.
are, and
Or
so
Wolf or something.
yeah. So it's like a deduction game.
I like it more than those games, I think, because there's more to it.
Well, this like you have goals to do. I mean, a similar game that came out quite a while back but became really popular last year was Among Us, which I don't think we really played much at all. We never really got into that. But this is like
Well, we
you
were
know,
going to, but then one of our friends like invited a bunch of random people.
Yeah.
and it was like, nah, no thanks.
I left that. I've never played it. I've never.
I
played it.
Yeah, same. I never played that game again. But I actually find to play First Class Trouble with randoms is like way more fun than if it's just all of us
Well,
that we know.
Well, so the max people you can play with is 6. We usually the game. I think there's some things broken with it because the game actually just released for the PlayStation also. So it's not only is it a PS Plus game, but I think it's new to PlayStation. It's been out for the PC for a while, but it is like a buggy mess too. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't work. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't work the way it's supposed to.
There's a little balancing. There's, I think,
there's some balancing issues. There's weird bugs and stuff. But being like a new release game, it's not enough to like turn me off of the game. It kind of adds to like the awkward charm that is the game. But like right now, one thing they may have patched this, but you can party up with like 5 people, but the game needs 6 people. So one of the days, the first time we played, we partied up with we were able to get like 6 people into the party. So then like our party said 6 out of 5, but then it still brought in a random. So then we were suddenly in a game filled with 7 people. And then we had weird issues
worked,
with like
right?
voice.
It kind
It worked.
of
That was
worked.
one of the games though that you voice chat you couldn't hear.
Yeah,
And I didn't know if because you were the 6th person to join the party. So like right now you can't actually do a private match. You can't do it with 6 people. You know, we like have to play with a random. I do want to try to like do the 6-person thing again to see if they fixed it. Because I think the optimal way to play the game is with 5 other people. You know.
Oh, I disagree.
don't.
I disagree
I don't.
wholeheartedly. I like playing with the random
Me too.
people.
It's
more
chaotic.
Yeah, it's more chaotic.
I mean, I would say yes, it's more chaotic, but I like the element of playing with people you know because
Yeah, it
I think
kinda
the head
ruins
games
it,
are
though.
more fun that way because
But it is. But then people drag.
I'd rather play with
people
Mike Boss
drag.
75 than Landon.
A lot of people like our problem when we play too many games in a row is we keep dragging stuff that happened from previous game. Like people hold grudges, I feel like, and then
Yeah, that needs to stop.
that is true. That's a hard thing to. Well, I mean, one thing, like,
Some of us is gonna pull a grudge from Resistance when we played like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
you talk about Will.
I hate you, Will.
Well, we have. Speaking of Will with this game's really funny because like Will, it seems like 75% of the time is a personoid. So every game, like I have a hard time trying to like think. I don't know what he is this game. He might be a resident, which is what the good guys are called. But like it seems like it's like 75% of the time at the end of the game.
Likely.
Yeah, we figure out that Will is one of the bad guys. So I think yeah. Sometimes though, like, and that's not what I don't think what you were referring to. You were talking about like getting upset about grudges or something, or someone like
or it's just even like you learn how people play the game. Like so, like we had a game we were playing with our friend Jordan, and I just like had a natural like I could just tell by the way he was talking and the way he was acting. Like, oh, I'm like 95% sure that he's like one of the bad guys, and then it was true. But I almost had nothing to go off of outside just a little bit of how he was acting. Which it's fun with the random people because, like, especially if they're like they say they talk a lot and they're funny, because then it's like you actually are having to trust people that you don't know, which adds like a whole nother layer.
Well, it's funny because what you were explaining with our friend Jordan is a reason I like playing with people I know. We've ran into I think too many randoms that don't have a microphone, and so you don't have a lot to go off of. And there's a lot in that game that unless you get those, there are these things called person logs that kind of show you some information
that gives you ways to deduct.
Yeah, that kind of like that say like these 3 people out of them, at least one is a resident or at least one is a personoid or something like that. And when you don't have people talking and you don't get that information, I feel like it's really easy for a personoid to just get through to the end. Because you can just pretend to be a good guy and nothing
That's
really bad.
The best
yeah, I mean that is the best strategy. If you're playing with people you know, though, it's easier to figure out if someone is bad or not based off of mannerism stuff. And then when you go into like the next game or stuff after that, people's mannerisms then shift off of that. So like there's always this ever-changing element of people's like behavior and what they're like. If you play with randoms, oftentimes like that goes away every single time because you're not playing with the same people. Like and because
they're funny. They're so funny.
I feel like there's too many times where there's just not people talking. It is way more fun when the randoms talk.
Oh my god!
And when they participate,
some of them would just say like the
I like to try
things.
to role play the game, and like if we're just random passengers on the spaceship, we shouldn't know each other. So it's better to play with random people because then you can really get into the role.
I like when we get randoms and like they just say like the stupidest thing.
Yeah, they're like screaming.
they're like screaming or just like playing music really loud. It's just funny to me. I don't know.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like
I'm not as
annoying,
big of a fan.
So we just killed them for being annoying, and they're like,
no, please.
You get done killing them, you're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they were a good guy. But like, they just needed to shut up.
That's why, because if I'm a good guy, I need those randoms to survive if they're good. But
no, you don't.
Well, yeah, because then it's easier for the personoids to like screw up for the good guys. Do you guys prefer being personoid or resident?
I like being a resident more.
I do too.
I tried killing someone with a chandelier.
It was me.
And
The chandelier fell right in front of me.
Yeah.
And then
my timing was off.
Yeah, but
I much prefer to be a resident, and in any of those games too. So like in Resistance or Avalon, I think it's called Avalon. I like being a good guy who's trying to figure out who the bad guys are. That to me, that game is way more fun than being a bad guy tricking the good guys.
Yeah, I do like the percentage of the time. Like I do like being the personoid every once in a while. Like I think the split that I get, I like quite a bit.
I had too many games in a row. We played last night, didn't we?
Yeah.
I had too many games in a row. It was like 3 or 4.
You guys did while I was like
that I was a personoid, and I was like getting sick of it. I was like every time it started, like once it finally turned green at the bottom left hand corner, I was like, thank goodness I get to play the game how I want to.
I probably I like every fifth game I'm fine being a personoid. I think that's like a fine ratio because I do think there is some fun aspects to being the personoid. Like I do like, especially if that is one aspect. I do like being a personoid with someone else that I know.
Yeah, me too.
I think that's fun a little bit, like teaming up with them, like the creative ways you can get.
That is true. Landon and I had some fun games last night where we were personoids together. Yeah, but like I do. I probably only like it once every few games. I don't like them back to back to back. I wish Will was here because do you think Will likes being a personoid?
He told me he likes being a personoid more.
And he tends to be one a lot.
I love like the game has like I enjoy the game somewhat for the deduction aspect, but I like probably equally enjoy it for like the chaos and like just the funny
love
things
the
that can
chaos.
happen, like the accidental deaths, 'cause,
Also,
like you can get caught on fire on accident. Or,
Yeah,
like,
so
yeah,
pushed
there's-
into the
yep.
fire or drowned.
Also,
like,
2 residents can kill whoever they want.
yeah, so you can just go on a murder spree.
Landon and I teamed up one game and we killed everybody but ourselves because we trusted each other.
Yeah, we won.
Dave was so mad.
And rightfully so.
We got it right though at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you
No,
killed
no,
me.
we-
You killed me.
Yeah,
like
and you were a bad boy.
But you were a bad guy.
So
not the
yeah.
one that you
you
We
killed.
got it
lost.
right.
You lost,
Yeah, he lost. We got it right.
loser.
Wasn't it? It was, yeah, we got it completely right. We killed 2 random people off the start just for fun.
They were the 2 randos.
And then we murdered, it was Will and Dave, and they were the bad guys, and we killed them like in quick succession.
Yeah.
Were you
Trust.
role playing like a homicidal maniac?
No, I was role playing like someone that like
I think that's just
if you've read the book and then there were none, I was like role playing like the Philip Lombard character. I would say like
I was just.
I was in
being
it like I'm
Colby.
like I was gonna make it out. You know what I mean? Like it's
I was just being toxic, Colby.
so you
I
were
was
like, your character
toxic
was on
Colby.
its knees.
My
like,
least favorite, Colby.
peeing on it.
But the game is really fun. I'm having like it's kind of like the change of pace we needed for like a multiplayer game.
yeah,
I think.
something that's pretty chill. Like it's not gameplay like super demanding.
Mhm.
Like unless you're our friend Jesse who cannot figure out how to do.
Oh
the
simplest
my
of
gosh.
He can't do it. Like he just can't do them. Like they're like really easy. Like I don't think I've ever messed one up
You just-
accidentally
You just hit one button over and over.
while you
and
hold
over again.
another button.
Yeah, that's it.
He can't. He forgets to hold down square. Like he lets go of it, so he just like messes up. He like killed Dave in the airlock the other day. Like
It's funny
in
though, because
seconds, he-
Jesse and I had multiple games where we were both the personoids, and we won together. Like, and we both were
Yeah.
alive at the end.
It's because
So
you probably made him your puppet, dude.
no, because I couldn't puppet Jesse because
He's too.
He's a
couldn't
wild card.
figure. Yeah, he couldn't figure out what was going on. But everyone else, I guess that we were playing with, were inept enough. And I did take advantage of Landon a couple times. You know, I really like messed with his trust. So that was always fun.
Was that the one time I killed Jesse? That one time it was me, you, and Jesse, and like you guys are the bad guys. And I like Jesse was trying to kill me, but he couldn't. So I like, pushed him into the fire. He burned to death.
Jesse's first game, like I didn't really like trust him at the end, so I just pushed him off the cliff because he was standing too close to it. And then like later he's like, "Why'd you kill me?" I was like, "It just felt
So,
right."
dude, there's sometimes in that game where like you just have to make a split-second judgment call. You're like, yeah, nah, you gotta go. Like,
It
and then
is
you just
too
hope that
tempting
everybody
though.
agrees with you.
It's too tempting to go up and choke someone else when someone else grabs them.
Oh.
Even if you don't have any suspicions of them, like something in like that monkey brain like goes off and you're like,
God,
all you
kill
need to
them.
do is walk over there and hold down square for like a second and a half and then they're gone.
And they're done. They're done.
Yeah,
It's that easy.
and it's typically like
It
the
is.
random that's been really annoying all
Yeah.
game, and then you're finally doing it, and they break character instead of just making like noises. Instead, they're like begging for their life.
Please don't kill me.
Like, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. And then it just goes silent, and their like body goes.
There was one kid the other night we were playing, like he was like accusing like this one person like super aggressively. He's like, "Oh, he did it. He took like he was like giving all this like stupid evidence." Then we all just voted to kill the guy that was accusing. Like, and he's like, "No, you idiots!" Like,
Also, the voice chat's really funny. Like you have to. It's like
Proximity
hold the button down
based.
to talk. Yeah, and it's proximity, and so like when somebody dies, like their voice just cuts out
Yeah.
mid sentence.
it's like you'll vote someone out and have like in this airlock, and you have to eject them. They'll be like screaming, and you're like, "No, please don't!" Please. And then they just get sucked out into space, and just
And then it's just silence.
you're like, "Oh man, we just killed this."
It's not really silence. It's typically like the other 5 people.
Oh yeah. It's the music from the
Yeah, we
random.
got
Yeah,
it.
it's the music in the background you hear from the random's mic. So
Yeah. But yeah, the game's been really fun to play.
anything else you guys been playing?
I bought Guardians of the Galaxy, the new.
But that's not playing.
I haven't played it yet. I've had it for like 3 or 4 days, and I still haven't started it. So I'll probably never play it.
Have you played any more Far Cry 6?
No, that game sucks. It's
Don't
so
like it?
sad. Like I love Far Cry so much, but this game is stupid.
Come on, man.
Dang.
I'm holding out.
You're gonna get it, and you're gonna be like, this isn't Far Cry.
I'm just yeah.
Like it's at the same time, it's like literally the same game as the last one, but like somehow worse. Like I don't know if it just got more repetitive, like because it's been the same thing over and over again, or if it's like it feels like I don't know how many Ubisoft games you guys play,
Tons.
but like
I played a fair amount. A lot of
they
Assassin's
made
Creed.
it like they've made it feel more like one of those like games as a service thing. As
Oh.
opposed to like it's just supposed to be like an open world shooter.
yeah.
Like every time you go to take a mission from somebody, it doesn't just like trigger a cutscene. It triggers like it pulls up like a menu screen, like their guy's standing there, and it's like you have to drag like the circle cursor over to like accept mission, and it shows like the challenge and like the rewards from it. And I'm like, oh,
And there's
my
like
God.
7 different currencies and
Yeah, there's a bunch of different currencies, and like Far Cry used to just be, it was a big map with like a bunch of like outposts, fortresses, and like some side quests and like collectibles. And then it basically just played somewhat like a linear shooter. Like the story missions, like you could ignore the outposts if you wanted to and just do the story missions, or you could go around and clear the whole map, which was really fun. But now it's like just gross. Like all the guns have like number rankings by them.
Yeah, that's bad.
And there's like way too many upgrades. Like Far Cry was always like you could get a couple different upgrades for the guns, but it was always like pretty minimal and it was really easy. And they got rid of that. You used to have a skill tree, like a huge big skill tree.
That was like the best part.
Yeah, you would get skill points for just doing things. That's completely gone. There's no skill tree. Like you just like, I think you just like level up and get different things, and it's terrible. Yeah, it sucks. So I don't know. I'll probably try to grind through to get the platinum, because I've platinum like every single Far Cry game except for Primal. But yeah, it's really disappointing.
It's disappointing to hear. I haven't bought it yet. I love Far Cry, but I've been waiting. I just beat Ghost of Tsushima. So
great game.
It was a great game.
Have we all
just
played
got
it
the
here?
platinum? No, Dave has not.
I've not played it yet.
That's insane that you haven't played it yet. It's so good.
I mean, I will definitely play it when the whatever director's edition goes on sale at some point. I'll pick it up
Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's
probably
in
Black Friday.
probably my top. I don't know, maybe
10 at least, right?
top 10 easily. Yeah,
It's so much fun.
Really, really good.
That's what I want. Far Cry, like
That's what Far Cry.
not that they're completely different, I guess, because one's a third.
The
But like
open
that
world
kind of like
aspect
it's an
of it.
open world, but like there's just a bunch of story missions and there's a skill tree, but there's not too many.
Yeah,
There's not that many art. Like you just have your sword that you can upgrade, and that's about it. And your bow. Like
yeah.
there's not that much.
Sounds like you'd like the 2018 God of War game.
I'll get back.
I started that. I started that a couple days ago, and I've really enjoyed that game. Will and Mick, I know, have sung its praises, and especially Will. I'm probably like 6 or 7 hours into the game so far, and I've immensely enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. The combat's like fairly simple, but like there are skill trees that you can do, that you can use to unlock stuff. That you have one weapon that you can upgrade, your axe, and then some additional things. There are some armor that you can get, so there's kind of some like, customizing aspects with your character. But I'd say overall, it's not super complicated. One thing I learned about the game, and I actually want to do some research on this because I've never really thought about it with video games, but the game is one shot.
Yeah, like there's no cut.
There's no cuts.
Also, never like fades to black. Right?
Never fades, never cuts at all. It's just always one camera rendering the action. So Kratos isn't always in the shot because sometimes the camera will, move up to something else, but there are no cuts in the game at all.
Oh,
even when you go to a shop, like the shop opens and Kratos just turns so that you can see.
They made the whole game in one cut.
It's like I read that online and it tried to make me think if there are other games that are like that. Do any come to mind? Or I guess that's something I don't think of as much because I don't think of cuts as much as I do in a video game as compared to movies. But I just thought it was something interesting about the game. So, I mean, the game takes place over real time too. So there's no
Tetris.
There's no huge jumps in time or anything.
I'm glad you're liking it though. It was a fun game.
I'm gonna play some more. I'm also playing through Kingdoms of Amalur, which was another one of the PlayStation Plus games. Yeah, Reckoning, which is kind of just a standard third-person RPG. But I've liked that so far. Simple combat, but a lot of like dialogue options when you're talking to people. Kind of like a rich story and rich world lore, stuff like that. But I'm playing through that too. I've also been playing through Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening on the Switch. That's a game I played, the original one, back on my Game Boy Color when I was a little kid. It's actually my first Legend of Zelda game I played. So I'm playing the remake of that, and I've really enjoyed that. I'm like halfway through. That's a fun game. Did you guys play any of the 2D Zeldas?
No,
I've played a little bit of like the very original one, like the NES or whatever, but just for like 20 minutes or so.
Oh, okay. You didn't play like Link to the Past or Minish Cap or anything like that?
No, Dave. No, I didn't, Dave. No.
I love those. You didn't even have like the ones on the DS, Phantom Hourglass.
But no. I tried those like a little
okay.
bit, but
Never mind that one. I'm enjoying it, but I played the game before. I'm just enjoying it like a nostalgia trip with like the weird tilt shift graphics.
yeah, the only Zelda games I've played are Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, like
Not
to
even
completion.
Breath of the Wild.
Nope, never played that. I played a little bit of Wind Waker, like the first few hours. I don't think I cared for that one that much.
There's
when I was
something
playing.
about like the art style and the aesthetic of Twilight Princess that
Yeah, you like?
I just really like.
Yeah,
I
same.
just think it looks really cool.
Yeah,
It was darker, gritty, kind of. It's the most like realistic Zelda game, as realistic as a Zelda game can
Did you
get.
turn
But
into a wolf or something?
yeah.
well, I meant more like this, like the art style. I mean, there's still some crazy things you can do, but I mean, the people I'd say look the most like people, and the scale of the world.
People hate on Skyward Sword, but I like that game a lot.
I liked it too. I do want to go back. I don't know if I want to drop money on the HD collection, but I did enjoy playing it on the Wii, and I was one of the few people, I guess, that enjoyed the motion graphic, or
Yeah,
the
I thought it
motion
worked really
controls.
well. It's like one of the few motion games that like it felt like it was pretty responsive.
And I think it was either around the same time or right after the Wii Motion Plus came out.
Yep.
So it was kind of probably designed from the ground up with those controls in mind. So the 1-to-1 worked really well, I thought, for that game.
Yeah.
Where you didn't get that in a lot of the other Wii titles.
Yeah. I'm gonna play through Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm gonna do that. I'll finish that
You
game.
bought it.
I know. I'm gonna play through. I'm gonna finish it. I'm
Did
gonna
you buy
do
it on disc?
No. I'm mostly done with physical games, I think. Outside of like I'll probably buy like Sony first party games, like the Steelbook versions. But outside of that, maybe if they ever make a Days Gone too, also. Like my battery. Hold.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding?
You didn't plug in your laptop?
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Is it charging?
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
Crisis
God.
Crisis averted.
Yeah, we're fine. There was an oopsie doopsies. I had a little bit of an oopsie doopsies.
So I'm gonna ignore that. Dave, you will be in Spokane in less than a week. What is it, 6 days?
Yeah, we've had like 2 episodes where we haven't talked about a trip, so we thought we'd like bust out some more talk about that. But I will be visiting Spokane next week.
It's gonna be crazy.
I know Vegas was fun, but I mean Spokane.
Oh, dude, Spokane's gonna be a movie.
Spokane
So
ain't
if
ready.
you delete-
Spokane ain't ready.
If you deleted it,
Actually, there's 5 in the United States.
if you deleted it, re-download Splitwise because that baby's coming back, yo.
Splitwising the shared tab at Flatstick Pub downtown.
So yeah, you're gonna be here for Thanksgiving.
I'll be there for Thanksgiving. See friends and family, play football once, eat food, go shopping. Stay up late.
and leave.
Yep.
Landon, are you ready for this weekend?
What happens this weekend?
I'm not sure.
Oh, you're leaving.
I'm not sure
Oh, you're
yet, but I
leaving.
am
You're not
leaving.
going to be here, so something bad's going to happen.
We're not
to me.
sure. We're not sure what's gonna happen this
Where are you
weekend.
going?
Huh?
Where are you going?
Going down to Boise one last time.
So when you go into
One
the
last
airplane,
time.
Well, for
Oh,
like
Colby,
a
Are you
year,
dying?
yeah.
Like,
You're gonna-
I,
When you go-
I feel
when-
like I'm dying all the time.
when you go in the airplane bathroom, like do you get on your knees and like?
I try not to use the airplane bathroom. I used it once, and we went over some turbulence.
And you were on your knees and like you.
whoa!
You bonked your little buddy on the little toilet seat.
Landon should probably have a good weekend, though, right?
In
Oh,
theory,
dude, I could really go for like
just a nice quiet weekend.
just a nice quiet weekend at home.
Nothing too crazy.
That's all I want.
Tiger King season 2 comes out in like 2 days, so you could watch that this weekend.
If you have time.
My question is though, like,
My roof blows off tonight.
what do they actually cover in a season 2 that
I don't know.
wasn't like
Just his prison life.
I think they're like digging into Carol Baskins, like trying to see if she like actually killed her. And
Oh, I'm
digging
into that.
more.
I'm into
like
that.
she's suing Netflix right now, I believe.
Dude, she loves the attention.
well,
I
like
know she
She's gonna love it till she goes to prison.
Like,
Have you watched any of her like actual stream stuff?
no,
that she
she's
does?
toxic. She's such a bad person, right?
Hey, all
I
my
just-
cool cats and kittens.
Like just her face.
Why don't we greet our listeners like that?
She's like an evil person.
Yeah.
I could never forget the part like she's on the show and she's talking about how like she's like, yeah, like my volunteers, I can't remember all their names. Like they have to be around for a few years before I like remember like what their name. I was like, are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
once you get the blue shirt, then I'll remember your name.
Yeah, it's like, are you like these volunteers? Like, yeah,
The thing
she's evil.
There was no good person really on that.
See, the thing that worries me about like a season 2 is that there was like an intention with season 1, and it was like they were shooting this documentary with like a vision in mind. And I feel like season 2 comes around because of how much of a success season 1 is. So it seems like it's more reactionary to the documentary as opposed to something interesting that's being documented.
The first one had like 6+ years of footage compiled.
Yeah,
together.
like I'm sure they'll take stuff
Yeah.
from that footage they have, but I feel like most of probably the interesting stuff has been exhausted. And so anything they've
You never know. I mean, there could be like 5 more things. It's like, there's no way. There's no way. Because each episode just like
it kept getting crazier.
I know, but I'm just saying like this seems like it's more a reaction to
A cash grab.
I mean,
the success
I agree
of the
with
first
that,
season.
yeah.
So like I'm looking forward to see what they show, but I'm a little apprehensive that it might be
I
like
understand.
nowhere
I
near as
think I'm in the same
interesting
boat.
or captivating as the first season. So
Yeah, I'm with you.
plus it was like something we didn't know anything about when the first season came out. So after
was
season
so awesome.
after the
I
first
just started
season,
seeing memes.
I don't know about you
Started seeing
guys,
memes.
but you probably like looked up into who the people are, what's happened after that. Like now they are people that we have kind of like in our
Like
knowledge.
A lot of tiger.
Family.
You know,
It's like some of the news and stuff like
saw a tiger.
we've heard about that's happened after the
Tiger saw
documentary.
me, man.
So it's not going to be as exciting, or I don't think there's going to be like crazy reveals or anything that we got. So
I mean, I'm gonna tune in because I'm a sucker.
oh, of course,
but-
yeah.
yeah, same.
dude. I loved Tiger King. It was so good.
It was like peak COVID. Like,
Yeah.
when COVID was still kind of like new and like
It was like
probably a
it was the
reason why,
lockdown show.
like-
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
that's probably a good reason why so many people watched
Did it come out?
yeah,
It was
pretty
probably
long.
March or April, right? Of
I think it was
Yeah, I think it was when
2020.
all the restaurants were still closed and stuff.
Yeah.
Like even I was in Montana watching it, and like even like restaurants in Montana were closed for dine-in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, April. It came out April of 2020. Like the perfect time for a TV show to drop for the world.
yeah,
especially one so captivating. Like I love documentaries like that.
That I mean, I
Yeah,
think I
good
mentioned it.
documentary is
I think
awesome.
I think I mentioned it on the show, but I watched I wasn't like very interested in it beforehand, but like I didn't have a lot going on. Bree, I think, was still doing some hospital stuff, so I watched the documentary without her, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So it was like the next week I said, Bree, you have to watch this, and so I just watched it again with her like the next week. So I saw it back to back.
I think I watched the whole thing in one day.
It's crazy. Yeah, it was like, I mean, say what you will about like, oh, like I like had to binge this show, but like this was, I think, was true for season 1 of Tiger King. Like the episode ends and you're like, okay, I have to watch
what?
the next episode because this is insane.
Yeah,
The memes that came out of
Oh,
it, too,
they were so
They were
good.
so good.
I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
I love that's like his reaction to like his like coat, like his worker getting his like arm or her arm like bit off, like,
My money.
and then like she comes back to work there.
Yeah,
That was my fault. I got two.
Man,
Uh,
I do like. There's something about a good documentary.
Oh,
that's just.
yeah.
I watched Woodstock '99 the other day, which it's not a miniseries. It's just like a movie essentially that was about Woodstock 1999, which was like a more like a metal Woodstock and less, I guess, like rock or alternative music. Because there was one that was in 1994 too that I didn't know about. But the one in '99, I guess, was like supposedly some disaster, which is why I watched the documentary. And then it turns out it was a disaster. So if you like music documentaries about like,
who all played.
there was a lot of people that played. It was like Offspring, Rage Against the Machine, Metallica, Megadeth, Limp Bizkit, Sheryl Crow, Alanis Morissette, a lot of like big bands from that time that you can think of that were kind of in that genre.
Weird Al.
No, not Weird Al. But I guess it just ended like I don't know what, I don't want to like spoil it, but it doesn't end well. Like it goes poorly. But it's like an hour and a half documentary on HBO. So if you like documentaries and are bored, check it out.
I love documentaries.
Yeah.
And I'm bored.
Well, check it out.
You said you watched some other movies too?
Yeah, I've well, the past couple of weeks we haven't really talked about movies, so like not all these I've watched in a day or something. This is like throughout the last couple of weeks, but I watched The Fog for Halloween, which is a John Carpenter movie.
Which
not as scary
who stars
as The
in that?
Thing.
Is that
Is that the Jurassic Park dude?
no?
John
isn't it
Carpenter?
the Punisher guy, Thomas. What is his name?
Isn't Jamie Lee Curtis?
Jamie Lee
in it,
Curtis
right?
is in it. She was really the only name I knew, and Janet Leigh from Psycho was also in it. But it came out in 1980. It's an older movie. There was a remake. Are you thinking of that?
Oh, I think the remake has Tom Welling in it.
Oh,
That was not
Superman.
a good movie. That was not a good movie.
No, so I watched The Fog.
The other movie I was thinking of was The Mist.
Oh, that's by Frank Darabont did that movie, right?
Yes, yeah. Thomas Jane is who I was trying to think of.
I watched Arrival because Landon talked about it on the podcast, so I was like, I
Did you
gotta
like
watch
it?
that. I did like it. I thought it was really good.
It's a really great movie.
Yeah,
It's really sad.
yeah, it's sad. It's not like too intense of a sci-fi movie, but it's like a slow sci-fi movie that has like good payoffs.
Yeah.
I watched Casino Royale and the new
What'd
James
you
Bond
think
movie.
of Casino Royale?
I thought it was okay. It was really long. It was like
It's a very long movie.
really long.
It was good though, right?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I don't think it was as good as I was expecting. I do want to keep
What were
watching
you
the other
expecting?
ones to see. I like Sam Mendes, so I'm excited to get to his movies to see if they're like more enjoyable, I guess.
The series drops off after Casino Royale.
From the very beginning.
Yeah, I mean, it really
That's what I've heard. That
does.
like none of
Yeah.
them are as good as that one.
Yeah, the Quantum of Solace is a pile of poo. I think Skyfall is overrated. It was like
I think that's the
okay.
only one I've seen. I did not care for it.
It was okay.
I didn't mind it.
I haven't seen Spectre, but I've heard it's pretty bad. And then No Time to Die. You said you saw that.
Yeah, that one, it was okay. I mean, there was a lot that they were like talking about that clearly was meant for people who had seen all the movies prior.
Yeah, so unlike, I think this is the first series of Bond movies that are actually like directly canonical with each other. The other ones were kind of just loosely like, oh yeah, I kind of used to do this, but this is like straight.
Well, like from
sequels.
like even in the beginning of Casino Royale, I guess he's trying to earn his license to kill, which he like doesn't have yet at the beginning of the movie. So
yeah, you actually see him get his 00 status.
yeah, so
which is pretty cool.
like a new 00, like you were saying. But I
Is
wasn't.
that whole license to kill? Is he like basically just licensed to kill anybody he thinks he needs to like?
I don't know, because
Like, what does
is that a
even
real
mean?
thing?
Like,
Like, is
I mean, like I'm just talking about like in the movies, like in the
probably
like
yeah,
Well,
probably.
it's funny because to get that, he has to kill 2 people. So it's like, wait, are those 2 like illegal kills?
They were already
We'll
flagged.
We'll waive those 2.
They were
kills,
already
you know?
flagged as killable by anyone.
Yeah, don't think too much about it.
But yeah, it was okay. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of James Bond movies, and
I guess I've seen quite a few. When I relate it to the other ones, it's definitely like I think it's the best one.
okay, I
aren't they
watched.
kind of cheesy, like the old ones, like they're like super cheesy.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, there's scenes with like Sean Connery where he kills someone in the bathtub with a toaster, and he walks out and he goes, "Shocking."
Does that really happen, or was that just?
Yeah, no, it's happened.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
yeah. I mean, it was like the '60s, so it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of campy. But even like the
Dated.
Pierce Brosnan stuff, it gets pretty.
I've
bad.
seen some like terrible CGI
Oh
stuff
my
where he's like it's like
gosh.
icebergs are collapsing or something, and he's like,
Yeah, he's like like windsurfing on this like giant CGI wave. And
yeah.
GoldenEye is pretty good. It was the same director that did Casino Royale.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh dang!
GoldenEye is pretty good,
And it
but-
has Sean Bean
yeah.
in it, so
it has Sean Bean in it.
That's 006, right?
Yeah, 006, I think.
and he's a good guy the whole movie, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
He definitely lives.
Yeah.
Is Sean
For the whole
Bean in National Treasure?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the bad guy. Or I mean,
What's his name? Ian?
I think it's Ian. What a great, the great villain, and they followed up with Ed Harris in the second one. I mean, like, talk
Okay,
about
so I also
a
watched-
franchise that has great villains with like great casting.
I also
I'm waiting
watched
for the third one, baby. Let's go.
Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, the movie, after finishing the 2 seasons of Twin Peaks. I'd never seen the movie before. Highly disturbing. Don't think it would make a lot of sense unless you've seen the show, but it was a very disturbing movie. So,
Okay. Did you like
oh, Landon's like, ooh.
He's in.
You
Yeah,
said
he's
my
all in.
favorite word for movie.
Twin Peaks is something I've struggled to get. I've tried watching it before.
I've talked about
I
it
think-
on
I
here
think I made it
before.
through the
I think you
pilot.
should try it again, but if you don't get into it, I mean, it's not for everyone. It's a weird show. Like, I think we talked about this in a PlayStation party the other day, but like, I can't really nail down the genre it's in. It's kind of like its own thing. Like, you can't tell if it's serious. You can't tell if it's campy on purpose. You can't tell if it's a parody or satire. It's just like, it's all of those
just
things
exists.
and none of those things, which makes it so unique. Like, it's a very unique show. And the movie is kind of like 10 times what the show was. And it's a David Lynch R-rated movie, so it's jumping from the TV show to that, like, they don't hold back much in the movie, so it is very disturbing. Is like the easiest way to describe that. If you've seen any other like scary David Lynch movie, you kind of know what you're getting into.
His stuff.
There's like Blue Velvet, Mulholland Drive, Inland Empire.
I want to watch Mulholland Drive.
There's the Elephant Man, but that's PG. That's not as scary, and he has a racer head too. Oh, and of course,
You didn't
Dune,
watch the
from
original Dune?
1984.
I was watching Corridor Digital guys. They do a series where they do VFX artists react, and they'll react to either really good CGI or really bad CGI. And they did an episode where they compared both Dune movies, and it was just like really. I mean, some stuff still looks cool from the original, but like for example, there's in the movie there's human shields.
The shield from the 1984
effect.
movie, it looks so cheesy.
The effect that they do, I mean, they look like walking fridges. It's like it's terrible. It's so bad.
It's funny though in context
really
of the movie.
funny.
It's like, I'm like, man, why did they do this?
Yeah, they Corridor guys, they do a lot of really cool videos. If you haven't watched them, you should check them out. What else?
I guess I'll round out the last movie. So I watched The Interview and Team America: World Police, which both are comedies and both have a North Korean dictator essentially as the antagonist in both movies. So you have Kim Jong-il in Team America: World Police before he died, and then in The Interview you have his son. What's his?
Kim
Jong-un. So
How are they?
I liked Team America more than The
the Kims?
Interview, I would say. Maybe it's because I like South Park so much, because if you don't know, Team America is written by Trey Parker, and then it stars Trey Parker, Matt Stone, directed by one of them, and then written by both. Sorry, so I had to correct that. But yeah, it's if you like South Park, it's very much like I think you would like Team America. It kind of pokes fun at like action movies like this. It kind of is commentary on what was going on at that time, which the game, I think it came out in 2004. So it's a lot about like what America's purpose is in the world, why they're there, and then it of course, lampoons that crazily with these puppets. And if you know Thunderbirds, which was a show in the 60s, I think, which actually Mick and I grew up watching them. It's in that style, in the puppet style, but it's so crazy and over the top. And I found the movie pretty funny. There's some songs in the in the movie that some of you probably heard, but since it's a Trey Parker, Matt Stone movie, there's more because they like using the songs in those kind of aspects. So I liked the movie a lot. Interview I did not like that much. I don't think it was that great. I don't know if it's because it like everything behind it and what happened with its release and all that, but I don't think it lived up to what it should have been.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, if you have to watch one, watch Team America. It's on Prime or something.
Isn't Matt Damon also in
Matt Damon. Yeah, you guys should watch Team America. It's funny. It's really funny.
Okay.
You can skip the interview unless you're extremely bored.
I mean, I am a Randall Park fan.
I didn't know he was playing Kim Jong-un, but he was funny as him. Anyway, so that rounds out pretty much everything I've watched the last couple of weeks, or at least movie-wise and TV-wise. So
Cool.
I watched a movie. Just one.
What did you watch, Landon?
I watched Wind River,
Never heard of it. Tell me more.
starring Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen. I didn't know till after I
Hawkeye
finished it.
and the
Yeah,
Scarlet
and,
Witch.
Yeah.
Is this a prequel or a sequel?
No, it's just a better movie than Marvel puts out. It's also, I didn't know. I think someone might have told me this at some point, but I guess it's written by the same person that wrote Hell or High Water, and then both.
Oh, I like Hell or High Water.
Yeah, and then both the Sicario movies also.
Yeah.
And then
He
also,
also directed it.
yeah, and then it's also, I guess the guy made that Yellowstone TV show, which I keep hearing is good, but I'm not sure if it's actually good. But then like the fact that it's written by this guy, I'll probably have to check it out because if it's anything like his movies, it's probably pretty good. This movie was decent. It was a little slow to get into, but it's basically like a kind of a murder mystery, like this like Jeremy Renner's like this like wildlife preservate, like, or he works for like the parks department, I think, or like wildlife. He's like a hunter that takes care of like wild animals in like Wyoming, and they find like he's like up like near like a Native American reservation, and they find this girl dead out in the snow, and it's like kind of like him trying to solve it, and then like Elizabeth Olsen's like a somewhat newer FBI agent, and they're trying to figure out who killed the girl. That's pretty cool. I'd recommend it. I think it's on Netflix.
I think so.
Yeah, I'd watch it if you like. It's not nearly as good as Hell or High Water, or I would say it's Sicario, but it's still pretty good.
Okay,
Cool.
maybe I'll check it out. It wasn't on my list, so maybe I'll add it to my list. But all the movies that I mentioned earlier, they're essentially movies that I have on my list to like knock out for a long time. So the last like week or so, I really wanted to just get rid of some of these. So now you're just making me add more movies to my list. Like, thanks a lot, Landon. But I trust a Landon movie recommendation.
Yeah, don't go and think it's like the best thing ever. It's like a 6.5, 7, but like worth a watch.
Okay.
And it's not. I think it's like an hour 45 minutes, so it's not like that long.
Doesn't sound quite as good as Boss Baby 2, Family Business.
Okay. You probably saw that in theaters, didn't you?
I did.
Oh, yep.
I probably paid the child
wrong.
price for that movie.
I never saw the first one, but
He was too young, wasn't born yet.
yeah.
Oh wait, okay, I'm sorry. I also watched 8 Mile and Event Horizon. So two
Oh,
other
I like
movies.
8 Mile.
I think like
Why don't you tell us about it, Colby?
No, it's Dave's turn. I just like 8 Mile.
It's the Eminem movie, right?
yeah. I think because like I remember when that
rapper,
movie
not
came out and it was like because of where we were in life, it was such a demonized
rapper, the
film.
Rapper that sings.
So like I always grew up thinking it was like this evil movie about, some horrible like
rap,
stuff that happened, but it's really just the story about this rapper that's trying to become a rapper. Like that's it. Like I thought it was some crazy like gang killing movie, but
Yeah, he plays himself, doesn't he?
Yeah.
essentially, yeah. Well, he plays like Jimmy, whatever his character's name is, Bunny or something. But I thought it was pretty good. I thought his acting was
Rabbit.
Rabbit. Sorry, I thought his acting was excellent. I haven't really seen him in a lot of other things, but
Excellent.
I thought so. I thought Eminem's Marshall
I think he was
Mathers
just- he was
acting
just,
was
like, being himself.
was very good. So yeah, but you sometimes see someone play themselves in something and they do a
that's
very
really
bad job. As someone who's
Yeah.
directed people to play people like themselves and they do horribly, like I was impressed.
Whoa.
I was
I
impressed
feel like
with.
you're attacking people.
I was. I just won't name any names. There's no one here, but it's no one here. But I thought he did really good. I thought the movie was.
did
Anthony Mackie was in the movie too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's basically the boss in the
What
movie
is that on?
that he has
It
to
was-
go up against and rap against, like, and win in a rap battle. So he's like the final
Yeah.
boss in the movie.
Final boss.
It's true.
It
It's
was
true. It's on
on
HBO
Netflix
or
for a little
something.
bit.
It's
Okay.
on one of the streaming sites that we all have access to. So it was free. I didn't pay for it.
I haven't watched that movie since
I mean,
I was like
you did pay for it.
I haven't seen that movie since I was like 9, so I probably won't appreciate it.
Why are we watching it when you're 9 years old?
It was on TV.
Colby's childhood was so much different
It
than
was
ours.
so much different than
Like,
your guys's.
This is why you love rap so much.
I grew up listening to Eminem before I saw
You could
8 Mile.
you could bust out rap right now.
I could.
Let's go.
Could
all
you
in.
could you like are like
I'm on my
could you
knees.
spit some rhymes?
I not of my own. No.
Could you do of someone else's?
I know I can, but I'm not,
Do it.
No, dude, I'm not.
Do it.
It'll be bonus content for our Patreon subscribers.
No.
Yeah, lay a beat.
I'm shy.
It's just us here.
I'm shy.
Everybody from the 313.
That's the area code of Detroit for those who don't know. And that's
Yeah, I
why,
was gonna say
that's
that
why
was
Colby
like
said
a joke
that.
on the movie. Like, Eminem sings that.
Yeah.
I love that sequence of like the rap battles at the end.
At the very end, I enjoyed that part
Oh,
the most.
gosh.
That was the best part of the movie.
I'm not a big rap fan.
I mean, I'm
I'm
not
not.
either, but I still appreciated the movie. I think it's a good watch. It's another one of those like, not to like bring up The Wire,
a fun movie.
not to bring up The Wire again, but it's one of those movies that like it's a completely different part of the world, like that's not the same of something like I've experienced, and it seemed like real enough and different that I felt like I was learning about like this different subculture of America. So like in that regard, it was like an interesting movie.
I want to see a movie based in Spokane.
I don't. It'd probably be really boring.
Yeah.
Actually, I have seen a movie.
Red Dawn remake, right?
That and what was it? June.
Benny and June?
Benny and June.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That was Johnny Depp in it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Johnny Depp.
Does he play Benny or does he play June? I don't remember.
He's Benny.
Is that what it's called?
The chick is June. Yeah,
That's the one that's got like the scene where they're at the milk bottle, or the milk bottle's in like one of the shots, right? Or something.
Yeah, and they also so that movie was actually filmed in Spokane. The Red Dawn.
It just takes place.
It just takes place. It's clearly like it's probably like somewhere in Vancouver that they
Yeah.
filmed that.
Spokane wasn't even like pretty enough to play itself.
Yeah.
is-
It's not.
Which is funny because like Spokane is actually like it's a nice looking play area,
Some part.
but
Area. Yeah.
yeah,
Not a nice city, though.
Well, it's just run down. It just needs a little.
if you look at it from far away, it's pretty nice.
it just needs a little buff.
But yeah, like the city they showed in the movie was like way bigger than downtown Spokane.
Yeah.
I thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
Yeah.
We did.
Is that the movie they like edited all the Chinese flags? It was going to be China, right? And then they edited it to make it North Korea or
Yeah,
something.
North Korea.
Like North Korea would
That
have like, the
movie-
manpower to like.
That movie like sat on the shelf for like 6 years.
Yeah.
It was just like in post-production hell, I think.
Yeah. It was weird when it came out because like you got like a way younger looking version of all the actors.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Thor looks like small. Look how small you
Are you Thor? Seriously?
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
No.
Should we wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
I think we should wrap it up.
Wrap it
good.
up.
Ready? Wrap it up.
Yep. Landon, I've been a good boy. Do I get my candy bar?
After we're done. You're so close. Don't mess it up.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys.
All right, yeah. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week. Okay, Colby, take
We'll
us
be
out.
back and
Ready?
I think we'll actually get to do a in-person podcast with you, Dave.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So yeah,
All right,
we'll
no
record
candy
next
bar for
week, and I'll
Colby.
we'll record next week, and I'll release it in like 3 weeks. So
Well, I would expect nothing less from you.
Yeah.
thanks for listening. Bye.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. This is Colby. I'm here to say I'll see you
Thanks for the
later.
candy, Landon.
Another day.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Hotkeys podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Castbox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website, www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at Hotkeys Podcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/HKHotkeys. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whichever platforms you use. Finally, you can contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.